written by Rabindranath Tagore. So today we are going to do another poem written by an English poet by the name of Joseph T. Rinaldi. And the name of that poem, children, is Gratefulness. What is gratefulness, children? You know, when a person is thankful for something, it is known as gratefulness. I'll read out the poem to you, paragraph by paragraph, and explain them to you later. So the poem begins this way, children. I'm grateful for the eyes that I can see, the activities that can be done by me. I'm grateful for the ears that I may hear the sobbing of those who need me near. I'm grateful for the lips that might speak words of comfort and peace to all who seek. I'm grateful for a mind that I might know how to aid those who need me so. So these are the first 8 lines of the poem which I am reading to you, children. And this is also a sonnet, children. A sonnet is a poem written in 14 lines, and generally some of the lines rhyme in the poem. So the poet tells us that he is grateful for the eyes that I can see, the activities that can be done by me. Now, which activities is this poet talking about? The eyes are able to see the opportunities or the ways in which a person can help somebody or observe somebody. I am grateful for the ears that I may hear the sobbing of those who need me near. What is the meaning of this, children? This means nothing but God has given me the ears, and I am grateful for the ears because the ears enable me to hear. We hear many things with our ears, is that correct? We hear songs, we hear poetry, we hear all lessons, we see movies and listen to all the dialogues. So the ears help us do so. But the poet has given the ears a special task, a special job to do. He is grateful for the ears so he can hear the sobbing, which means the crying of the people who need him near him. So the ears are given to him to help the people hear the people who need him near him. I am grateful for the lips that I may speak words of comfort and peace to all. I am grateful for the mind that I might know how to aid those who need me so. So why is the poet grateful for lips? So that he might speak words of comfort and peace to all who seek. So, what is the most important medium or what is the most important manner in which we can console somebody or which we can comfort somebody with our words, of course. Words play a very important part, children. Suppose somebody has died in a family, then you go and console them. They feel their pain a little less. So the lips are given to you to comfort people who are in distress or people who are sad. Try to make them happy with your words. So what does the poet tell us? I am grateful for the lips that I might speak words of comfort for all those who seek. Means those people who need my words of comfort, the lips have been given to me by God for speaking words of comfort. And I am grateful for the mind that I might know how to aid those who need me so. What does the poet tell us? God has given us only one mind. Is that correct, children? And we use the mind in different ways. We study maths, we study poems, we memorize poems, we listen to our people in the house, we use our mind, how to deal with them. The mind only helps us how to deal with people, is that correct? So, I'm grateful for the mind. Why does the poet say he's grateful for his mind? That so that he might know how to aid those who need me so. So the mind will help me or guide me. After seeing and hearing, the mind will help me process this information So what is the best way to help a person? The mind will help me analyze that, which is the best way to do something to help somebody. Or which word should I speak? The mind tells us. Next line is a very important line, children. Now, eyes are gone, ears are gone. The mind's use has been explained. And the most important one comes here. Excuse me. I'm grateful for the hands that I might do some arduous or simple task for you. I'm grateful for the ability to always pray to give me strength and guidance every day. So, what does he say? My God has given me my hands for what? Not only to do my work, your own work, everybody does. His own work, her own work, everybody does. But what does the poet tell us here? I'm grateful for the hands that I might do some arduous or simple task for you. What are my hands giving to me? Why are my hands given to me by God? They are given so that I can help you. I can do some arduous means difficult work or simple work for you and help you in the process. For example, if you see a man carrying a huge sack of some goods and is barely able to walk, what is your first reaction you should do, children? A good child, what will he do? Or a good person, what he will do? He'll try to say, Uncle, can I help you? Okay? Or if you see a lady carrying many bags, ma'am, may I please help you? Okay? So, the hands are given to us by God to help others to do arduous and simple tasks. And now comes the most important line, children, of this poem. I'm grateful for the ability to always pray. You know, to be able to pray is also one lucky thing which God has given you. There are many people who cannot even pray to God. They are not in a position to do that because they are handicapped or etc. or their mind doesn't work. But we are normal people and God has given us all these senses. Okay? And He has given us the 5 important senses. So, I am grateful for the ability to always pray. That means I should always pray to God since God has given me that ability to give me strength and guidance every day. So He has given us eyes, He's given us ears, He's given us the mind, He's given us the hands to help people. But most important is the ability and the willingness to always pray. And He has given us the strength and guidance. He tells us how to help others. That if you are doing something good, actually that is a direction from God, the Almighty. So I am grateful for the ability to always pray, to give me strength and guidance every day. Okay? And I am grateful for one thing, all else above, that I was given a heart that I may love. So, after being grateful to the Almighty for all the things and all the senses which God has given us, the ability to pray, the eyes to seek, the ears to hear, the mind to analyze, the hands to help. What else has God given to us, which is the most important thing? The poet says, the most important thing, children, is I'm grateful for one thing above all else. Above everything else, all the bounties of nature which God has given us, all the physical capacities which God has given us, the heart is the most important thing. This is, of course, the most important part of our body, the most important organ of our body. Okay? Without the heart, we will die. But the heart also has one more quality, the quality to love children. So I am grateful for the heart, above all else, that I may love. So God has given me a feeling in my heart that I may love somebody. Okay? Because if you don't have love and compassion, you will not help people, you will not aid people, you will not be able to hear out with people in their problems, you will not be able to do anything. If you have a heart of stone, you are very stone-hearted, you don't care about people. So that is actually a, what you say, is actually a gift from God. Okay, to love is actually a gift from God. Okay, and if you do not love people in spite of having a heart, then that is a sort of curse which has befallen you. A heart which does not love anybody is a cursed heart. Because what is the use of that heart which does not have love inside? So children, I hope you have enjoyed this poetry written by Joseph C. Rinaldi. I've got a few words for you which are written here, children. And this poem you have to memorize. Try to remember this word by word. This is a sonnet. Sonnet, I told you, as it is a 14-line poem. There are three 4-line stanzas and 2 last lines. And most of the uh, lines in the poem rhyme. So here we go. These are the glossary of the keywords. Sobbing is nothing but cry. Comfort, to make someone who is worried feel better. Aid is to help. Arduous, involving a lot of energy or effort. Okay? I'm grateful for the hands that I might do some arduous or some hard work. Arduous is hard. A simple task for you. So these are the important words which have been given in the poem, children. And now, I want you to do a little thing which for homework, and you have to write that in your fair book. It is on page number 45. Page number 45, children. So what you have to do, pick out the rhyming words from the poem which match. For example, I'm grateful for the year that I may hear the sobbing of those who need me near. So these are 2 rhyming words. So you have to pick out how many rhyming words there are in the poem. And there are another few words which are written here. He, see me, speak, seek. But you have to find a few more rhyming words. And which stanza or which 4 lines in the poem do you like the most and why? You have to write that answer. And then one thing more you have to do. Suppose your mother tongue is Kannada. You have to translate this poem in your mother tongue. So children, I hope you have enjoyed this poem, Gratefulness, and you will act accordingly. Try to understand the poem has a very deep meaning, children. So try to read this poem at home and do the homework which I have given you. So this is your English teacher signing off for the day. Goodbye, children.